Hello everyone and welcome to the very first episode of Forever Afraid of the Dark. For episode 1, let's start with, well, what else? Season 1, episode 1, The Tale of the Phantom Cab. We don't start with the classic intro. That won't come until later on. Instead we start with the introduction to the Midnight Society. Gary, Kiki, Eric, David, Betty Ann, and Kristen make up the crew in episode 1. David has brought Frank to try to get initiated into the Midnight Society. This is his first story and the first story to kick off the series. I will keep track of who told what story and how many stories they tell over the course of the series in this handy graphic right here. But enough of that. What do you say we get started? Denny and Buzz are brothers on a hike in the woods. Buzz is all about it, but Denny looks like he'd rather be anywhere else. Denny looks like a classic 90s tough guy teenager. You can tell because he tucks his cut-off sleeve shirt into his jeans and wears a backwards hat. It isn't long before Denny claims they are lost and it's Buzz's fault. We get some classic 90s brother banter as day quickly turns to night. They are lost. Turns out Buzz has been using the compass the wrong way and it's gotten them very lost.
That the way you always hold it?
Yeah, so?
Your belt buckle, genius. It's metal. The needle's always gonna point to it because it's a magnet.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, uh-oh.
Yeah, come on, Buzz. What were you thinking? Lucky for the brothers, Flynn is here to help. I don't know if I would trust this guy. Flynn makes good on his word, though, and he leads the boys to a dump of a cabin in the woods. Who opens the door? Well, it's Dr. Vink, of course. The boys just want to use his phone, but Dr. Vink is too busy playing mad scientist show and tell.
The brain of a wild boar.
Ew, cool.
This guy's a nutbag.
Yeah, no kidding. So other than being a nutbag,
And I am not a nutbag.
Dr. Vink is a fan of riddles.
How far can you walk into the woods?
We don't want to do riddles.
But you must. Riddles exercise your brain. And where would you be with no brain?
I don't know. Ask the wild boar.
Halfway.
Say what?
He asked how far he can walk into the woods. Halfway. After that, you be walking out.
Good. Very good.
Can I help you, sir? Okay, this guy is a nutbag. It's official.
What is it that has no weight, can be seen by the naked eye, and if you put it in a barrel, it would make the barrel lighter?
Again with the riddles. Now, do you know the answer to this riddle? Pause the video here and comment your answer down below. No cheating. Well, Denny and Buzz aren't able to come up with the answer, so Dr. Vink offers them another way. They'll have to leave a specimen.
This!
Okay, time to get out of there. Wait, Buzz doesn't seem that scared. I think he might just be sick of Dr. Vink's crap, and you know what? I get it. Regardless, Denny and Buzz take off out of the cabin and back into the woods. After a bit of running, the brothers get to the place on the road Vink told them about earlier, just as a cab appears. Surprise! It's Flynn, and he's... dead?
I should have died!
Yep, dead. After a bit more freaking out, Flynn tells them that they still have time to solve the riddle and break the curse. Yep, there's a curse now. Buzz finally comes up with the answer to the riddle.
It's weightless. You can see it. And if you put it in a barrel, it'll make the barrel lighter.
Say it!
It's a hole. It's a hole in the barrel.
Here we go!
Yeah!
Did you get it right? And the boys are safe. They broke the curse, just in time for a park ranger to pull up and drive them both back to safety. Now back to the Midnight Society, and of course Frank's story was good enough to get in. They all high-five and such, and that's it for the first episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark? Now it's time for my quick review and rating. The Tale of the Phantom Cab isn't one of my favorite episodes, but it also isn't one of my least favorites. I would say it lands somewhere in the middle. I always love a good Dr. Vink appearance, and at the time this aired it was definitely creepy for a kid, especially when Flynn goes all Reagan from The Exorcist. It also has the distinction of being the first episode to kick off a legendary series. So for that reason, I'm giving it 5 severed hand in the jars out of 5. Now join me next time when we'll be talking about episode 2, The Tale of Laughing in the Dark. Until then, stay afraid.